AT&T Stadium. AT&T Stadium, located in Arlington, Texas, is the home of the Dallas Cowboys and hosts various events such as concerts, basketball games, soccer, college and high school football contests, rodeos, motocross, Spartan races, and professional wrestling. The stadium, originally estimated at $650 million, was built for $1.15 billion, making it one of the most expensive sports venues ever built. The construction cost rose to $1.15 billion, with the city of Arlington providing over $325 million in bonds and the NFL providing an additional $150 million loan. The stadium features a pair of nearly 300-foot, 91-meter, tall arches, over 3,000 Sony LCD displays, and a center-hung Mitsubishi video display board that was the largest HD TV screen in the world at the time of its installation. Glass doors were designed and constructed by Haley Greer Glass Systems. The retractable roof was designed by Walter P. Moore and implemented by Uni Systems, while Vol Incorporated developed the electrification of the roof. The stadium's football turf field was built by Hellas Construction, which developed a special soft-top convertible turf system with 26 interchangeable panels. The stadium can accommodate a variety of events, from concerts to college football, basketball, and soccer games. The stadium's design was inspired by the original vision of Jerry World and the Death Star, which served as the Cowboys' home from 1971 through 2008. In 1994, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones proposed to expand the Texas Stadium to 40,000 seats, add retractable roof panels, and install a climate control system for year-round sporting events. The team held preliminary talks with Arlington officials about building a stadium there in 1997 to 2000. And in 2001, Arlington was a leading contender for a $500 million stadium. In 2004, the Cowboys announced plans to build a $650 million stadium at Fair Park in Dallas, which required $425 million in public financing from a 3% hotel occupancy tax and a 6% car rental tax. However, the deal fell apart in June when Dallas County commissioners said they could not justify asking voters to approve the team's request for $425 million in public funding. In 2005, Arlington and the Cowboys chose the site south of Randall Mill Road and east of Collins Street for the new stadium. The city began notifying residents and property owners of its plans to acquire their property, and the HKS architectural firm was hired to design the stadium. The city completed its sale of $297.9 million in bonds to pay for its portion of the construction. In 2006, Manhattan Construction was hired as the general contractor for the stadium, and the city completed its land purchases. Work on the retractable roof, exterior facade, and enclosure work began in July 2007. The stadium structure began to go up in December 2006, and on December 12th, Jerry Jones unveiled the in-depth plans and designs of the stadium to the public. In 2009, the stadium was scheduled for substantial completion in June, and the Cowboys played their first preseason home game on August 21st and their first regular season home game on September 20th. In 2013, the official name of the venue was changed to AT&T Stadium as part of a naming rights deal. The stadium hosted several championship games, including the first championship game in the college football playoff era, the 50th Annual Academy of Country Music Awards, WWE's WrestleMania 32, and the opening of the Stadium Club. In 2022, the stadium served as the host of WWE's WrestleMania 38. The Cowboys Stadium, located in Dallas, Texas, was completed on May 27, 2009, and opened to the public. The stadium hosted various events, including a ribbon-cutting ceremony featuring Cowboys players, North Texas mayors, and media personalities. The first sporting event held in the stadium was a Gold Cup quarterfinal game between Costa Rica and Guadeloupe, with the first goal scored in stadium history during the second minute by Celso Borges. The final match of the 2009 World Football Challenge was between Chelsea FC and Club America, with the London club winning 2-0 in front of 57,229. Jody Dean, a member of the Texas Radio Hall of Fame and KLU-VFM talk show host, replaced George Dunham as the public address announcer. The Cowboys played their first preseason home game and first American football game ever played at Cowboys Stadium on August 21, 2009, with the Tennessee Titans winning 30-10. Brigham Young defeated Oklahoma 14-13 in the first regular season game played in the new stadium on September 5, 2009. On July 25, 2013, the Dallas Cowboys agreed to grant naming rights to AT&T, which took effect immediately. The stadium features AT&T Stadium, letters on the top of the stadium, made of lightweight components and aluminum and insulated and heated to melt ice and snow. This is one of two major sports venues where AT&T holds the naming rights, the other being Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Guinness World Records awarded certificates to Mitsubishi Electric chairman and Cowboys owner Jerry Jones for the world's largest HD video display. The video boards have since been surpassed in size but remain among the largest in the world. The AT&T Stadium, located in Dallas, Texas, was the site of several major events, including the 2010 NBA All-Star Game, which became the highest-attended basketball game in history with an announced crowd of 108,713. The stadium also hosted the first playoff game for the Dallas Cowboys, ending a 13-year playoff win drought. In 2011, the stadium hosted Super Bowl 45, where the Green Bay Packers defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-25. However, construction workers were injured by ice sliding off the stadium roof during an ice storm, leading to over 1,200 seats being blocked off in the interest of safety. In 2018, the stadium hosted the 2018 NFL Draft. The stadium hosted the College Football Playoff National Championship in 2015, with the Ohio State Buckeyes defeating the Oregon Ducks 42-20. The 2009 and 2010 Big 12 championship games were held at AT&T Stadium, with the Texas Longhorns defeating the Nebraska Cornhuskers 13-12. The Oklahoma Sooners and Nebraska Cornhuskers rekindled their rivalry in the final Big 12 championship game until the 2017 season. WrestleMania 32 was the 32nd annual WrestleMania Professional Wrestling pay-per-view, PPV, and live streaming event produced by WWE. The Cotton Bowl Classic took place at the stadium in various bowl games, with the Ole Miss Rebels defeating the Oklahoma State Cowboys 21-7 in the 74th installment of the Cotton Bowl Classic. The Arkansas Razorbacks defeated the Kansas State Wildcats 29-16 with an attendance of 80,956, making it the second largest attendance in Cotton Bowl history. The Cotton Bowl Classic featured several other bowl games, such as the Wisconsin Badgers defeating the Western Michigan Broncos in January 2017, the Ohio State Buckeyes defeating the USC Trojans in December 2017, the Clemson Tigers defeating the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in December 2018, and the Penn State Nittany Lions defeating the Memphis Tigers in December 2019. The Oklahoma Sooners defeated the Florida Gators in December 2020, and the Alabama Crimson Tide defeated the Cincinnati Bearcats in a college football playoff semifinal in December 2021. The Tulane Green Wave defeated the USC Trojans in December 2023, and the Missouri Tigers defeated the Ohio State Buckeyes 14-3 in front of 70,114 in December 2023. The Rose Bowl, the Alabama Crimson Tide's first college football game in Pasadena, California, was played in January 2021, marking the first time since 1942 that the Rose Bowl was not held in Pasadena. The Advocacy Classic, which began in 2009, saw the Brigham Young University Cougars and Oklahoma Sooners play the first college football game in a new stadium. Other notable games include TCU defeating Oregon State, LSU defeating Texas A&M, Florida State defeating unranked Oklahoma State, and Auburn defeating the Oregon Ducks. The Southwest Classic, a rivalry between the Arkansas Razorbacks and Texas A&M Aggies, began in 1903 and was renewed in 2009. The series was played at Cowboys Stadium from 2009 through 2011, with the 2020 game moved to College Station due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Arkansas Razorbacks defeated the Texas A&M Aggies in the first of 10 games called the Southwest Classic. The Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Shootout, held in 2009, was the first Big 12 conference game held on a neutral site, with 71,964 in attendance. The series returned to AT&T Stadium for the 2011 and 2012 games, with the neutral site contract at AT&T Stadium continuing until 2014. The Rose Bowl, Advocacy Classic, Southwest Classic, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Shootout are significant events in college football history. The Cowboys Stadium in Dallas, Texas, has been a venue for various sports events since its inception in 2009. In 2009, the stadium hosted the first college basketball game, with the Texas Longhorns defeating the defending national champion North Carolina Tar Heels. The stadium also hosted the opening matches of the 2011 CONCACAF Gold Cup, with Costa Rica defeating Cuba and Mexico defeating El Salvador. In 2012, Mexico played against Brazil, and in 2013, the U.S. soccer team played in the semifinals matches of the 2013 CONCACAF Gold Cup. The stadium has hosted several international events, including the 2017 CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinal, the 2018 International Champions Cup, and the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. In 2023, the stadium hosted the quarterfinals of the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup, with Mexico defeating Costa Rica and Panama defeating Qatar. In 2024, the stadium hosted the CONCACAF Nations League Finals, and in 2024, the Copa America Group Stage. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be hosted at the AT&T Stadium, one of two venues in Texas, and will undergo renovations before the tournament. The stadium will temporarily change its name to Dallas Stadium in accordance with FIFA's policy on corporate-sponsored names. The stadium will host 9 matches, including 5 group stage matches, 2 round of 32 matches, 1 round of 16, and 1 semi-final match. The AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, has been a hub for various sports events since its opening. It has hosted numerous World Championship boxing fights, including Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez. In 2010, Pacquiao won the WBO welterweight title with a unanimous decision over Joshua Clottey, while in 2016, he defeated Antonio Margarito to win the WBC super welterweight title. In 2016, he broke the then AT&T Stadium attendance record for boxing with a knockout victory over Liam Smith. In 2019, Errol Spence Jr. defended his IBF welterweight title against undefeated 4-division world champion Mikey Garcia, breaking the all-time attendance record for a boxing event at an indoor venue in the United States. In 2021, he defeated former undisputed heavyweight world champion Mike Tyson in a unanimous decision, which was streamed globally on Netflix. The stadium also hosted WWE's WrestleMania 32 in 2016, breaking the previous WrestleMania attendance record set at WrestleMania 3. In 2022, it hosted WWE 38, with 131,372 people attending. The stadium has also hosted other events, such as the first college game played in the new Dallas Cowboys Stadium in 2009, the first high school football game played at Cowboys Stadium, and the first Texas 11-man football state championships. In 2014, the Professional Bull Riders hosted the Dickies Iron Cowboy Invitational, the first MDA Muscle Walk in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and the first American Sniper Chris Kyle Memorial Ceremony. In 2015, the stadium hosted the American Rodeo, the 2015 AT&T American Cup, and the world premiere of 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. In 2016, the stadium hosted the Choctaw Casino Resort Iron Cowboy and the American Rodeo. The AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, has hosted various events, including Greg Laurie's Harvest America in 2016, the American Rodeo in 2017, the 3rd PBR Global Cup in 2019, the 4th PBR Global Cup in 2020, and the annual PBR World Finals in November 2020. The stadium also hosted Kid Rock's Rock N' Rodeo in May 2024, the final 2 days of the 2024 PBR World Finals in November 2024, Major League Wiffle Ball's 2024 World Series in November 2024, and the Grand Prix of Arlington's course in March 2026. In 2008, Cowboys owner Jones and New York Yankees owner George Steinbrenner announced a joint business venture called Legends Hospitality Management LLC to operate concessions and merchandise sales at the new Cowboys Stadium and Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. The company was backed by Wall Street investment firm Goldman Sachs and Dallas private equity firm CIC Partners LP. The stadium features a site-specific artwork collection by 18 contemporary artists, with the Jones family commissioning 18 artists to create site-specific artworks. The stadium also acquired Sky Mirror, a sculpture by Anish Kapoor, in 2013. Parking fees for Dallas Cowboys games are estimated at $75 per game, while fees for major concerts and sporting events are nearly $40 per space. A shuttle operates between the TNP station and AT&T Stadium for all Cowboys regular season and postseason games and selected college football games. The AT&T Stadium's video boards have been a source of controversy since their opening, particularly due to their interference with punts. In 2009, Tennessee Titans punter A.J. Trapasso hit the scoreboard during a preseason game, and the screen was retrofitted with 16 custom winches using 11,000 feet of domestic galvanized wire rope to transport it in time for U2's 360 Degrees tour. The video board is also the primary attachment point for up to 370,000 pounds of concert and theatrical rigging. In 2013, Cowboys punter Chris Jones became the second player to hit the scoreboard during a preseason game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Other punters to hit the scoreboard with an in-game kick include Brian Anger and Jake Camarda. The stadium's east-west orientation creates a glare that shines through the stadium's windows behind the west end zone during Sunday Cowboys games. Wide receivers have complained about being unable to see the ball being thrown to them due to the glare, and kick/punt returners have complained about being unable to see the ball being kicked towards them. In a 2024 game against the Philadelphia Eagles, Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb appeared to miss a potential touchdown throw from quarterback Cooper Rush due to the sunlight glare. Jerry Jones, who is in favor of using the stadium's existing curtains to block sunlight, rejected the idea of closing the existing curtains during games. Ironically, the Cowboys had to jury-rig a shade for coach Mike McCarthy's press conference the day after Lamb's comments.